Uh, Thought a lot whether I should go live talking about this or not. Well, I don't think I'll be able to read any comments, but I'm really angry today, and that's the reason I'm making this video. A really sad tragedy happened at Elphinstone station a few days ago in Bombay, where a lot of people died. But for the last few days, there's a different kind of story that has been going around on social media. और मैंने बहुत सोचा कि ये क्या इतनी बड़ी चीज़ है कि मुझे इसके बारे में बात करनी चाहिए कि नहीं, पर बहुत ही ज़्यादा परेशानी हो रही थी इसके बारे में बिना बोले. इतनी बड़ी ट्रेजेडी में जहाँ पे लोग मर गए, जहाँ पे पता नहीं कितने सारे लोग और भी बहुत सारे लोगों को बचाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, एक जर्नलिस्ट आती हैं एक न्यूज़पेपर से जिसका नाम है दी हिंदू, और वो कहती हैं कि वहाँ पे जो लड़के बहुत सारे पैसेंजर्स को, लोगों को जो बचाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, उनमें से एक लड़के ने एक मरती हुई औरत के साथ मॉलेस्टेशन किया. एक छोटी सी क्लिप, वो कुछ सेकंड्स की, हर जगह स्प्रेड कर दी जाती है कि ये देखो इंडिया के आदमी, ये देखो इंडिया के आदमी एक मरती हुई औरत को भी नहीं छोड़ सकते. उस एक छोटी सी क्लिपिंग से, एक साइड से ली हुई, ये जो मोहतरमा है वेदिका चौबे द हिंदू की, शी basically concluded that this man was molesting this woman and shared a tweet calling him bastard, of course with asterisks, caring zilch to see other videos, other images that were available on internet everywhere. But she had to zoom in to a video to find molestation. Because how can it happen that there is such a tragedy happening and there would be no Indian man who would try to molest? This is my message for her. Ma'am, you should have seen the kind of space available on that bridge on which several men, I'm sorry, no empowered woman trying to help people, okay? Several men who were right there trying to save people's lives. Not knowing, unfortunately, where their hands are going. Taking directions from people. Somebody is saying something from here, somebody is saying something from here, somebody is saying something from here. And madam, you zoomed into that video and saw molestation happening of a dying woman. Anyways, the reason that I'm making this video today is to request all those media publications that, again, it's so easy to call a man molester in this country. All the men are, perverts, rapists. And they would, of course, not leave a chance to inappropriately touch a woman. How can they? So let's write a story and then call up people and tell them that there's this molestation happened, what do you have to say about this? And people would be thinking, oh my God, this has to be extreme or of perversion, that people are molesting dead women. What could be a better story than that? And of course, it reached out to millions. And now police is saying that nothing like that happened. They have verified and seen all kind of footages. This was a good Samaritan trying to help a dying woman. And what's the most ironic part, and the part that's extremely choking me and making me really angry, is nobody would, of course, thank men because they helped so many people, carried so many people, or tried to, save so many lives. Of course, nobody expects it, Why should men be said thanks? Well, they don't need to be said thanks. For what should we say thanks to men? But at least, before you make an allegation like that, verify. Verify, because you're a journalist and there are a lot of people reading you and blindly believing you. This is exactly what happens in a lot of molestation cases, rape cases, dowry cases. Only one side of allegations made into complaints, and then FIRs, and then arrests, without verifying any other thing, whether something like that happened or not. And I'm really angry about this. And that's why I thought I would share my feelings with everybody. So what has happened now? Hindu has written an apology on that news article and not apologized to that man who they projected as a molester. They said apology that the video that was used by the journalist should not have been concluded into something like that. That's a language I don't remember, but I've shared the apology by the Hindu. They're not apologizing to the man who they called a molester of a dying woman. I don't know whether this man would have actually seen his face plastered all over as a molester. But even if he did not, I think it's basic ethics or basic morals of any person to say a sorry because they misunderstood. And I think I would give it. We all make mistakes to where is human, so anybody can make mistake. But please don't make mistakes because this kind of news would be lapped up by everybody. This is not the first time that it has happened. Even in Rohtak, when Jat agitation happened, there was a story by a journalist on a gang rape case that happened. Punjab and Haryana High Court took suo motu cognizance, and so many people were after this story to find out what happened. And eventually it came out that the story was fabricated by the journalist, and even a call was fabricated by the journalist. That journalist has been taken action against. I don't know what was the intention of the journalist who did this story, but the way she abused that person without even knowing what happened, I think calls for, if nothing else, an apology. And I'm not too sure what an organization would have done. Anyways, if I say this, people say you make everything about man versus woman, but it's fact. I don't know what would have an organization done if a man would have painted a woman so negatively in media. I don't know what repercussions would have been of that kind of a story. To everybody who is listening, there are a lot of women who murder people. There are a lot of women who steal. There are a lot of women who file false cases. But still, when a good Samaritan comes out, especially men, to help a woman, they don't think that she's gonna do something wrong to them. Just because there are a lot of women who commit crime, they don't think all the women are like that. But now, they would definitely feel scared, and this is not what I'm saying. This is what I've been reading on internet. They would be scared to touch a woman. How do you save a woman without touching her? And anybody can say that was molestation. If a woman is actually drowning, and if a man saves her, oh, what if somebody says she was molested by the man? Thankfully, in this case, there was another video that came out to show what happened from the other angle. But what if there was no video? What if there was no video? I think the next step would have been that then FIR would have been filed, this man would have been arrested, and God knows how many days he would have been behind bars. Vedika Chaubey would not have cared what this man actually did. Nobody would have cared to go and seek bail for this man. But his life, his dignity, and his innocence would not have mattered at all. Because a woman perceived that a molestation was happening in a video. Thank God there are people who have shared the other video, God bless them, that now an FIR is not getting registered on this man. if somebody can take this message to Vedika Chaube, Vedika, if nothing else, you should apologize, which you haven't yet. I don't think it's about ego. I really don't think it's about ego. But I think you misled so many people. And it was you who did this story. So your organization saying apology does not just suffice. I don't know if it would make any difference or not. But as a human being, you actually maligned somebody so badly that if nothing else, you can at least say sorry to that man who probably doesn't even know what you did to him. Or maybe he knows, but who cares? And last but not the least, request to all the platforms, request to all the media channels to please share the other side, the other video that clearly shows that the man did not molest this dying woman. He was just trying to save her, and not only her, a lot of people who were dying in that stampede. Your story, dying woman molested by a man, reached millions. Vedika, I hope you ensure that this man was not a molester. And to all the other media platforms who screamed, I hope you share the story that he was not a molester. I think that's the least that people could expect. Thank you so much. Good night.